We now know as what is Pytorch, and also it has got two features, that is performing Tensors operations on GPU as well as AutoGrad. To be able to perform all these, as a first step we have to keep our systems ready. So let's see how we can do that. As I said already, the true power comes from running the Tensors operations on GPUs. But the question here is, are you having a CUDA enabled GPUs? And one more question, that is, are you having the system which can handle the necessary processes for running the Pytorch efficiently? So keeping these questions in mind, we have got two options to run our code for learning the Pytorch. Wherein the first option is using the free virtual environment using the Google Colab, which actually provides the GPU support. And the second option is installing locally on your CUDA enabled system. First, what I'll do is, I'll show you the demo as how to access the computation resources from the Google for free. Yes, you heard me right, Google for free. For that, you need to have a Google account. That's it guys, you just need to have your Google account. For that, go to URL and here click on the sign in on the top right part of the screen. Here, you just have to enter the credentials to log in or create your account if you don't have one. Once you're logged in, this is the window you will see. Under the Recent tab, you will see the list of recently opened IPython notebook files. And if you're logged in for the first time, this would be completely blank. So to create a new notebook file, what we have to do is, we have to click on the new Python 3 notebook. But before that, let me give you some details on the other tabs too. That is, if you click on this Google Drive tab, you will be able to see the list of IPython notebooks available inside your Google Drive. Or you can directly load the code files from the GitHub by entering the URL. Or else, you can also make use of the Upload tab to upload the files manually to Colab Notebook. For now, what I'll do is, I'll just click on this new Python 3 notebook and then this will create a new IPython notebook. The Python 3 kernel which we get on the Google Colab comes with the Pytorch pre-installed. We don't have to manually install it. So, let's verify the same. For that, I'll click on the connect button which is on the top right of the screen, so that this will connect our kernel to a Google computing instance and allocate the resource for our working. If you hover your mouse on the connect button, you can see how much RAM is allocated for our session. For now, it's around 12.72 GB of RAM and with a disk space of around 50 GB. Like I said already, we can also access GPU resources for free using the Google Colab. To enable GPU for the notebook, what we have to do is, we have to go to Edit and click on the notebook settings, and here for the hardware accelerator, what we have to do is, we have to choose as GPU and click Save. Once you click on the Save button, if you observe, the system reconnects again with the updated computing resources. If you hover your mouse around the connect button, we can see that the Google has provided more computing resources. If we observe, we have been assigned around 12 GB of RAM with around 360 GB of disk space, which is a very good amount of disk space for our learning purpose. Believe me, it is pretty good amount of disk space. So, no matter what your configuration of your local system, you will still be able to follow this course by accessing the free resources on the Google Colab. So, to test whether the Pytorch library has been installed or not, what we have to do is, we just have to import the Torch library and print its current version running on your kernel. For that, I'll just import the Torch and print version. Okay, we have the output. We have the Pytorch installed and the version we have is Pytorch 1.1. So guys, this confirms that our kernel is having the Torch library pre-installed and we are ready to perform programming. Okay, as of now, what I'll do is I'll just disable the hardware acceleration and save the notebook. We will just enable it again and start working in the further part of the section. Okay? Yes, the notebooks that you save now will be available inside the Google Drive in the folder of Collab Notebooks. So, in this way, we make use of the Google Colab to get started for writing Python 3 programming with free computing resource. Considering the issue of limited local computing resources for most of the users, what I'll do is I'll be running all my codes in the Google Colab along with you so that you can follow very easily. Now, let's look at the second option, that is installing Pytorch on local system. For that, you just go to this URL, that is pytorch.org, and guys, this is the official website of Pytorch where you can find the official documentation. Here, what you have to do is, you have to just click on this Get Started. If you scroll down a little, you will have the option to select the Pytorch version, your OS, package, and finally selecting whether you have got GPU or not. To give you an example, I'll select the Pytorch version as 1.1 version, which is a stable version. The computer which I'm running is Windows OS, and I prefer to install with the Conda version as I'm already having the Jupyter notebook installed with Anaconda distribution. The Python version which I have is 3.7, and this does not have the GPU support. Hence, I select the CUDA as none. So, based on my input on system configuration, the command which I have to run is this. So guys, let me run it and show you the same. For that, what I'll do is I'll just go to Anaconda prompt and simply copy the command from the website and run it on my Anaconda prompt. So, this will automatically install in our local system. And just to clarify, we can install the Pytorch and perform the Tensors operation on CPU itself. But the computational advantage will be from working on GPU. So we'll learn more about that in the further part of the section. Okay, next comes to test whether it's properly installed or not. For that, what I'll do is, I'll just create a new Python notebook and run these commands. That is importing torch and print the version. Okay, we are getting the output as 1.1.0. So guys, this confirms that this system is completely ready.